the first regulation according to disaster planning and disaster operational response. And that was that high-risk football game in the 85, the Heysel drama, which was a football game between Liverpool and Juventus. And as you can see, no infrastructure yet was put in place, and among the 40,000 spectators, only a few have been triaged, as you can see. 300 only were evacuated to the hospitals, and 64 have been hospitalized. There were a lot of deaths due to traumatic asphyxia. So that was actually the trigger in Belgium to think about regulation, about disaster planning. And also for me, it was my first experience in disaster medicine. So this is from the manuscript in on the e-learning platform. Mass gathering events. What are they? Well, there are events that are planned, pre-planned. There are events that are organized. Some define events, mass gathering events, as events with a certain number of attendees exceeding either the publication 1,000 persons or even 25,000 persons. Other publications talk about 50,000 patients. Anyway, Paul Arban is giving another definition, according to my opinion, a more complete definition, because a mass gathering is a situation or event during which crowds gather and where there is a potential risk for a delayed medical response because of limited access to medical care facilities or other features of the environment. And Carantelli, which is one of the medical authorities in disaster planning, he says that a different prototype has to be used in planning for mass casualty situations. What does that mean? Well, he says if you want to be prepared for mass casualty incidents for disaster response, you have to use a certain model in peacetime to exercise. And that's what we do with mass gathering medicine, or with our mass gathering medicines. We use our mass gatherings, and you can do exactly the same. We use our mass gatherings as a tool for disaster preparedness. It allows us to get acquainted with all the principles of disaster planning, of disaster operational response, and to train and exercise them. Especially because in our region, the disaster incidence is rather low in Belgium. So, a peacetime deployment, we say it contributes, yes, to disaster planning and education and training in our EMS region. And these deployments in support of mass gatherings, well, it tests also our preparedness and the preparedness of our EMS system in the region in case of a real disaster. So we are very grateful that we can organize some medical support for mass gatherings. And this is the mass gathering that we will now discuss in the next couple of hours. It's the Rock Werchter Music Festival. It's a very famous festival which was born in 1974 in Werchter, on 20-25 kilometers distance from Brussels. It was the making of the Talking Heads, which you all know, of Dire Straits, of U2, of Simple Minds, of the R.E.M. And a couple of years consecutively, it has been awarded the best festival worldwide, also in 2009. So that's the festival, that's the mass gathering that we will discuss now in a couple of hours. So that's how we plan to organize our work. He is first introducing the exercise by giving you an overview of the gathering as such, and then afterwards we will work on questions and we will pass into discussions. Yves?
Okay. Thank you. Ready now? Okay. You have some papers on your table. This is documentation, and you will see that documentation coming through the slides. So you need that documentation.